Happy March, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of the Hornet Report. Buzzing in, I'm Siena Rampulla.
And I'm Jess D'Agostino. So, what stories do we have this week?
We have a theater-filled show for you this week, featuring Wesley Swan's look at the Broadway Theater. We'll preview the upcoming HHS Comedy Night with Holmdel High School graduate Matt Strickland. And Jack Sammut interviews track stars Emily Levonas and Sydney Goldson. Jess, why don't you start things off?
Kicking off the show with the Broadway Dinner Theater, a night filled with fun, food, and show tunes. In the high school commons, the chorus belts their hearts out as they sing Broadway classics. Wesley Swan reports.
Thanks, guys. I'm back with Bridget on the field, out of the car, at the Broadway Dinner Theater with the choir, the cast from the musical, and the Culinary Arts Club here serving up a great night. It's going to be so much fun. Let's check it out. So these three beautiful ladies sang "I'm a Big Girl Now" from Hairspray, the musical. Can you guys tell me a little bit about the rehearsal process?
It was honestly brutal.
It was honestly like one of the most brutal times. We worked on it for
about 6 weeks.
Yeah,
6 hours each week.
Every day. 2 weeks.
Yeah.
All right, so we're here with the stars of the night. You guys sang a song from the new SpongeBob musical on Broadway. What did you guys sing?
Just a Greasy Spoon.
Yeah.
From the SpongeBob musical.
Yeah, just a greasy spoon.
But this grill is not a home. This is not the stove I know. I would trade it all away if you'd come back to stay. This kitchen is not the same without you. It's just a greasy spoon.
So basically what happened is Plankton took SpongeBob from Krusty Krab to be a chef at the Chum Bucket, and they were completely heartbroken, so they decided to sing a song longing to get back with each other because it's just a greasy spoon without you.
It's always a tearjerker, a real standing ovation. Thanks, guys. As a senior, what does this night feel like being your last dinner theater? What's going through your head?
It really breaks my heart because choir has, done so much for me as a person. It has really showed me how to be a leader, but also how to improve myself and work hard towards something. And I really, really encourage so many other kids to join choir because you can express yourself and you can work together with others in a way that's beautiful.
What an amazing show. It's always such a blast with the choir kids, and thanks to the Culinary Arts, it was a delicious meal as well. Back to you guys at the studio.
Thank you, Wesley. Friday, March 16th is Comedy Night in Holmdel. It promises to be a fun night with professional comedians like Emmy Award winner Josh Gondelman, Elise Morales, Mary-Kate Dougherty, and Colby Smith. The MC of the event is Holmdel alumnus Matt Strickland, who's also a stand-up comic himself. Joining us now by video chat is Matt Strickland. Matt, thank you for talking with us. How excited are you to return to your alma mater on Friday?
I'm very excited to return to Holmdel, especially to do stand-up. I feel like it's going to be a very surreal experience because I was scolded a lot for being funny and being, self-aggrandizing attention hog in school, and so now I'm going to go back and be hopefully applauded for being a self-aggrandizing attention hog. So it's going to be a weird, surreal experience, but I'm very, very excited. Very excited to walk the old halls and see how it's changed or how it's not.
What year did you graduate?
I graduated in 2006. I was in 06.
Why should people come to see the comedy show on Friday?
People should come because it's going to be a phenomenal time. We have a ton of great stand-ups from all over New York, a lot of great Brooklyn stand-ups. Josh Gondelman, who writes for John Oliver's show Last Week Tonight, Emmy winner, and a hilarious stand-up comedian. He's going to headline. Elise Morales is a UCB house team member. She was on Difficult People. She's also a hilarious stand-up improviser. Colby Smith, Mary-Kate Doherty, me. I'm going to be doing stand-up. It's just a stacked lineup of hilarious people, and it's going to be a really, really fun time.
What are your best memories at HHS?
My strongest memories of Holmdel is doing the plays, the HTG. I was a big theater dork. So I remember hanging out in the Duncan Smith Theater for the one acts and the evenings and weekends spent doing the theater productions. A big theater dork. So those are definitely memories.
Now, you've performed in many places in and around New York City. So what's it going to be like to perform in the Holmdel High School auditorium?
I would assume that the Holmdel Auditorium is going to be one of the larger venues that I've actually done stand-up in. Stand-up, it is sort of similar to being in a punk rock band, because most of the time you're performing for free in tiny venues in the backs of bars, which happens a lot, and then eventually you work your way into bigger venues. So I do bigger venues now, like Union Hall is a really great big venue that David Cross is actually recording a special at this month, and that's a cool, more theatery venue. But most of the shows I still do are just in the backs of bars and weird little coffee shop type venues, which is great because that's how it's like training at high altitudes. That's how you get good.
It sounds like it's going to be a really great night of comedy, Matt. Thank you so much for coming on with us.
Definitely. Thank you so much. See you Friday. So once again, it's the HCAA Comedy Night in Holmdel this Friday night in the auditorium at 7:30.
All right, from one comedy act to another, here's our beloved Jack Sammut with the buzz in Holmdel Sports.
Thanks, Jess. A winter and spring favorite, track and field, has some new stars. Emily Levonas and Sydney Goldson, two Holmdel runners, recently set school records in their events. I met the girls at the track to talk about their achievements and what it means for the future.
So what does this accomplishment mean to you?
I've always just really loved running, so I'm just really excited about what this means for the spring season and just the rest of my career.
It means a lot because I've been trying to break 11 for a while now, and so it was really nice to do it.
How does it feel to accomplish this accomplishment so early in your career?
I was actually really surprised about it, and I just hope that this means that I can improve even more. So I definitely feel like it's something worth devoting more time to if I wasn't sure about that before. So track's definitely going to be something that I just want to focus on more in the future.
So how does it feel to accomplish this so early in your school career?
It feels pretty good because I know that there's going to be a lot of opportunities that open up from it.
What's next in your career, and what does this mean for you now?
Well, next I'm going to try to break it again, PB, and yeah, it just means that I'll try to keep going and getting faster.
Thanks, girls. Good luck during the spring season. In other sports news, swimmer Ginger Hansen won 3rd place in both the 100-meter butterfly and the 100-meter backstroke at the state championships, setting school records in both events. Great job, Ginger. Also, Scott DuPont finished 6th at the state wrestling championships at 152. It's the highest finish ever by a Holmdel wrestler. Great job, Scott. I'm Jack Sammut, and that's The Buzz in Holmdel Sports.
Thanks, Jack. On this week's Outside the Nest, we are talking about the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School students. Parkland school shooting survivors are taking the anger from their trauma and turning it into activism. Students such as Emma Gonzalez, David Hogg, Cameron Caskey, Alex Wind, and Jacqueline Corin, to name a few, are making sure the country does not forget about their tragedy. Capturing the eyes of America, students already started talking to politicians, calling them out on their bribes from the NRA. Republican Governor Rick Scott called for $500 million for school safety. Florida raised firearm purchases to 21, and $90 million are going to be given to mental health facilities.
Meanwhile, Rex Tillerson has been taken out of the position of Secretary of State under the Trump administration, and CIA Director Mike Pompeo has been nominated to replace him. The current CIA deputy, Gina Haspel, would be replacing Pompeo as CIA Director. But both nominations are awaiting Senate confirmation. That's all we have for you outside the nest and inside the nest.
From Inside the Nest, our very own Jess qualified for the Poetry Out Loud state competition and is now top 12 out of 20,000 participants in New Jersey. She doubles as one of our favorite anchors and one of our favorite poets. Congrats, Jess. How did it feel to go to states?
Well, it was an amazing opportunity, and I'm just really grateful to have had such a great team here at Holmdel High School supporting me and helping me the whole way through.
You know what, Jess, that sounds amazing, and congratulations for making it this far.
Thank you.
Now back to our social media. Our Instagram and Twitter is at HHS Hornet Report, and our Snapchat is at Hornet Report. Sting you later. I'm Siena Rampulla.
And I'm Jess D'Agostino. Join us next week where we'll bring you this week's best at HHS.